Hey there, RCRC, Pastor Anthony here. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to take care of some acknowledgments and giving some thanks and make an announcement here. First of all, the announcement is we will soon be transitioning to live streaming of our services. You who are worshiping from home will be tuning in to a live stream of the actual worship service that we will be holding here in in-person worship at RCRC, and I'm hoping that will be a blessing to have us synced up together, observing and participating in the same thing at the same time. And I want to give thanks to Jim Quinn and Steve Letter in particular for making sure that that happens. A lot of people were involved in that, but Steve and Jim Quinn really carried the load and got the ball across the goal line, so to speak, with regard to our live streaming capabilities. Now, as we make that transition into a new era, I also want to reflect upon what has occurred over the past 7 months or so here at RCRC. If you recall, back on March 15th, 2020, we went to suspending our services. So we went to basically an online service. And on March 15th, 2020, that involved merely me posting a sermon here in my office, recorded here in my office, although Gary added at that time some graphics to it. And it was just a sermon at that time. And then over this past 7 months, that service became more elaborate, more refined, more polished, with contributions of liturgy and liturgists, contribution of musicians and music, and having our hymns, getting licensing, doing some creative things with video, and have consistently produced what I hope you consider to be quality worship services that are edifying and glorifying to God, enriching to people of God. And, you know, although there were many people who contributed to that effort, including our musicians, our worship coordinator, our many people who contributed liturgy, we're just, our organist, our choir director, many people contributed to those efforts. But there was one person who shouldered most of the responsibility, who put in countless hours over the past 7 months to make sure those worship services were posted each and every week in really what is a quality fashion. And so I want to take time in this video to give thanks for that, to give thanks particularly to Gary Harris. And Gary, I know I've had a chance to say this to you personally about how personally grateful I am to you for what you have done for me, for what you have done for RCRC, for what you have done for the kingdom of Christ in helping to put out into the world these worship services that hopefully have enriched and blessed people, drawn them close to God at a time when we are being pushed away from one another by this virus and this crisis through which we're all living. I just wanted to say thank you to you, Gary, because it means the world to me, and I think I've heard that resounding from so many people. And so in this video, I wanted to take time to pause and just say, thanks, Gary. And guess what? I'm not the only one who wishes to do that. So stay tuned, Gary, to my kind of roughly produced video here of thanks to God for you, Gary. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. The world would be an upside-down place without you.
Thank you, Gary. You make the world right side up.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary!
Hi, Gary. These cats just want to say thank you for your good work in putting those services together. They thought that was the best thing since litter. They sometimes fell asleep during the sermon, but they thought the editing was perfect. At any rate, I think that's what they said. It was per something or other.
Thank you, Gary.
Hi, Gary. We just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for how you've stepped in over these past few months with the pandemic and done the pre-records and the excellent way and the gracious way you did it.
Gary, I think we're in a position to appreciate just how much work that really was. And I would echo, it was done in a wonderful and gracious fashion. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary. God bless you.
Thanks, Gary. Because of you, I can listen to the CRC Rochester services here in England.
Hi, Gary. I want to take this time to thank you for all your work. Your work has been excellent. All that you've done for our recorded messages. So I want to say thank you. Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much. It's all been very much appreciated. And the fact that I know that you have been blessed while you've been blessing others is just a double blessing. That's two blessings, two blessings, two blessings in one. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Uncle Gary,
for making our worship services beautiful.
and for keeping us connected.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Gary. You are gifted indeed. We will ever be grateful for serving in our time of need.
That's for you, Gary. You're amazing. Thank you for everything.
Thanks again, Gary, for all that you have done for us. God bless you, my brother. And remember, everyone, to get out there and vote, either by absentee ballots or in person on November 3rd. You can see my campaign t-shirt here and the candidate that I'm supporting in 2020. God bless you all.